This is your self-love yoga class. Hi friends, I am Katie Arnold, and today's practice is a mantra, mudra, and asana yoga class. And all that means is that we are first going to go through an asana practice, which is the postures, the movement, the flow that we'll be doing. We will then move to an easy seat where we will use a mudra, which is just a hand position. I will walk you through that, while repeating a mantra. And the whole point of this practice is to help you settle into a greater space of self-love. Now, you don't need any props for this practice today, so go ahead and roll out your yoga mats, and I will meet you right back here. All right, friends, so we're going to get started laying all the way down on our backs. You can take your feet about as wide as your yoga mat and let the knees knock in towards one another. Arms can rest down by your side or just wherever you feel called to in this moment. And just take a few grounding breaths to settle into the practice. To let go of whatever may have come before this moment, and to let go of whatever may be coming next. And instead seeing if we can be right here, right now, in this practice together, in this moment together. Start to bring your knees into your chest. Take a few gentle rocks side to side. And just let the knees drop over towards the left. Arms out to a T, or you can gaze over that right shoulder. Gentle supine twist to start this practice. And inhale, bringing the knees back through center. And exhale, dropping them over to the right. Just taking that supine twist to the other side. Now bringing the knees through center and planting the feet on the mat, knees up towards the ceiling. Let the arms come long down by your side. Start to tuck that tailbone and inhale, lifting the hips up and overhead. And as you do so, reaching the arms up and overhead. Exhale, lower everything back down. Tuck that tailbone, inhale, hips lift, arms lift overhead. And exhale, lower down. Inhale, hips lift, reaching those arms. Exhale, lower. One more rolling bridge, just like that. Once the hips hit, bringing the knees into your chest. And start to take a few rock and rolls up and down along the length of your spine. And as you're ready, you can always rock up and over those ankles and just meeting me in a neutral tabletop position. Wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And inhale, dropping your belly, lifting your gaze, cow pose. Exhale, belly button to spine, chin to chest for cat. Inhale through cow, heart shines forward, gaze pulls forward. Exhale through cat, let that spine round, pulling up towards the ceiling. Inhale, belly drops. Exhale, spine rounds. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale through cat. One more round. Inhale back to neutral. Curl your toes under. Let the hips go up and back, downward facing dog. So in our first down dog, you can start to pedal out those heels. Walking out your downward facing dog if that feels good here. It'll look like an upside down V. So really waking up the whole back side of the body here. And as you're ready, start to find some stillness. The heels don't need to actually touch the mat, but they're moving in that direction. You can bring as much of a bend to those knees as feels good for the low back here. Think about letting the chest press back towards your thighs. Stepping that right foot forward in between your hands. Soften that left knee down to the mat. Untuck the left toes. And coming up onto your fingertips. So tenting up onto those fingertips. Trying to keep that right knee tracking over that right ankle. So don't let the knee come past the toes. Take a big breath in. Exhale, start to roll onto the heel of that right foot as you shift your hips back. This is a little half split, getting deeper into that hamstring. Inhale, bring it back forward to that low lunge. We'll move dynamically, so exhale, take it back. Inhale, bring it back forward. One more time, exhale, shift it back. Inhale, bring it forward. Plant the hands and just step it back to a modified plank pose. So pressing into the mat, broadening through the collarbones. On those knees, and then still creating that long line. So if I were to tuck my toes and just lift those knees, I'm still in a plank pose. This time I have the knees dropped. So take a big breath in. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Untuck the toes if they were tucked. Pull the shoulders down the back. Keep your hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale, let your head lift, let your chest lift, baby cobra. And then stay in pause right here. So keep those elbows close to the side of the body. Hands are down on the mat, but they have very little weight in them, and you could almost like lift and hover them off of the mat because it's your back body that is lifting you up, holding you here. Neutral neck. Take one more big breath in. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale up through a tabletop position. And then exhale back to your downward facing dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Stepping that left foot forward. Soften that right knee down. So first setting up your low lunge here. Just like the other side, but now left knee over the left ankle. Tenting onto those fingertips. Nice opening through the front of that right hip. Big breath in. Exhale, come onto the heel. Walk those fingertips back. Little half splits. Inhale, walk it back forward to that low lunge. Exhale, shift it back. Noticing that we're moving nice and slow here. Inhale, bring it forward, using that whole breath. Exhale, shift it back. Inhale, bring it back forward. And meet me in that modified plank pose. Now, I want to give you some options here. For anyone who's looking for a full chaturanga, this isn't an opportunity to get there, but I'm going to walk you through this first one from our knees. I think it's always good, even for experienced yogis, to sometimes come back to the basics. So if chaturanga is not available in your practice, I want you to go through what we just did, lowering to your belly and taking that little baby cobra. Here's our next alternative. From that modified plank, inhale, shift it forward. Shoulders come past our wrist creases. Exhale, lower halfway down, elbows in close to the side of the body. Inhale, upward facing dog. Heart shines forward, thighs lift off the mat. Really press into those hands, pull the shoulders down. Exhale, roll over the toes. We all meet downward facing dog. Beautiful. Reconnect with your breath.
Inhale that right leg high behind you. Exhale, step it through in between your hands. Inhale, sweep both arms up, coming into our crescent. So right knee over that right ankle. Hips square with the front of our space. Take a breath in. Exhale, cactus your arms. Next inhale, start to straighten that front leg. Arms reach overhead, palms meet. Exhale, lunge back into that right knee, cactus those arms again. Inhale, straighten, arms reach. Exhale, cactus and lunge back down. Inhale is that lift. Exhale, lower. One big inhale. Exhale, open up, warrior two. So spin that back heel down. Arms come to a T and gazing over that front middle finger. Hips now open towards the long edge of our mat. Inhale, straighten that right leg, reach those arms overhead. Exhale, lower back into that warrior two. Inhale, straighten that front leg, arms reach. Exhale, land in warrior two. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. This time, inhale, heels in, toes out, reach big, star pose. Exhale, goddess squat. Sink that seat down, and this time bring the hands to heart center. And maybe you gently shift those hips side to side. If you have some tension that you need to work out, take a big breath in. Exhale, wide leg forward fold. All 10 toes point towards the long edge of your mat. Fold forward, bring those hands down. Keep that left hand planted. Inhale, reach that right arm up. Twisting here. Exhale, back through center. Right hand plants. Inhale, that left arm reaches up. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, low lunge, front of your space. Big breath in. Exhale, step it back, high plank or modified plank. Inhale, shift it forward. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way. Inhale, upward facing dog, or maybe you take that baby cobra. Exhale, back downward facing dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. One more full round of breath. Inhale that left leg high behind you. Exhale, step it through in between your hands. Setting up that lunge. And then inhale, reach out for crescent. So if you feel like you're on a tightrope, heel toe that left foot to the left side of your mat, widening out that base. Big breath in. Exhale, cactus those arms. Inhale, straighten that left leg, arms overhead, palms meet. Exhale, cactus and lower. Inhale is that lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower down. Stay for the inhale breath. Exhale, open up, warrior two. So set up that solid foundation in those legs. That heel to arch alignment with those feet. Gazing over that front middle finger and relax the shoulders down your back. Inhale, straighten that left leg, arms reach overhead, palms meet. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, star pose, heels in, toes out. Exhale, goddess squat, hands down through heart center. Big breath in. Big breath out. One more big inhale. Exhale, wide leg forward fold. Plant that left hand down. Inhale, reach that right arm up. Exhale, back through neutral. Right hand plants. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale back through neutral. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge, top of your space. Take a breath in. Exhale to your plank pose. Inhale, shift it forward. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, back downward facing dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Full round of breath. Inhale onto your tippy toes. Exhale, bend your knees, gaze forward, travel to the top of your space, come down to a seat. Plant the feet. Lower all the way back down onto your back. Feet planted, knees up towards the ceiling. Cross that right ankle over the left thigh, finding your figure 4 position. Staying right here if this is enough, or hugging that leg packaging closer to the body. Flexing those right toes to help protect that right knee. Breathe into those hips. Send that breath down to the hips, down to the places that you really feel that stretch. Knowing if at any point it becomes too much, you back out. If at any point you find that you need more, then you hug that leg package in a little bit closer. Releasing that left foot back down to the mat, uncross, recross on the other side, so left ankle crosses over that right knee. Staying here if this is enough, for pulling that leg package in. Clasping behind the back of that right thigh. Bringing that right foot back down to the mat. Bringing that left foot down to the mat, and just gently windshield wiper those knees side to side. And as you're ready, extending each leg out long. Arms by your side. Landing in this final Shavasana for about 10 breaths.
Gently start to wiggle your fingers and toes, bringing some small movements back to your body, rolling around the wrists and the ankles. Taking a big good morning stretch, reaching long fingertips to toes. And rolling over onto your right side, coming into a fetal position. Just hanging here for a moment. And as you're ready, making your way back up to an easy seat. Rooting down through the sit bones and lengthening through the crown of your head. So we're going to invite in our mudra now, our hand position. And we're going to use the Anahata mudra. So our Anahata is our heart chakra located at our heart space, a beautiful space to think of and work towards self-love. So for this Anahata mudra, you're going to take your hand and just extend all the fingers out wide. We're going to take that pointer finger and bring it down towards the palm, and then take the thumb and just hold it down. Notice how my other 3 fingers are still extended. So this is our Anahata mudra. So just go ahead and bring that down. Let it rest down on your knee. And you can do the same with the left side as well. Let it rest down on your knee. Close your eyes if you're comfortable with it, or just let the eyelids become heavy. We'll take a cleansing breath in together, inhaling through the nose, and exhaling out of an open mouth. And begin to repeat this mantra. I am beautiful on the inside and out. I am beautiful on the inside and out. I am beautiful on the inside and out. Take these next few moments to continue repeating that mantra to yourself. Releasing your mantra. Take another big breath in through the nose. Sigh it out. Release that mudra. Inhale, sweep those arms out nice and wide, palms meeting overhead. Exhale, let your hands come down through heart center. Thank you so much for joining me. Om Shanti. Peace. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you are feeling a greater connection to yourself. I hope you are in a greater space of self-love. This would be a great time to move into a self-love or any kind of love-based meditation practice. So I will leave a suggestion in the show notes and the link below if you are interested. And if you don't already have my free mindful movement class calendar, definitely grab that. A link will be below as well. And it just helps you figure out the best practice for your body on every given day, knowing that our bodies are not the same every single day. They change. How exhausted or energized our bodies are feeling, and knowing that sometimes we can use our yoga practice and our meditation practice to build a little bit more energy, but there are some days when we really need to actually honor our bodies and honor its request for rest. And the more that we tune into these practices, the more that we build this really great connection to self, this true soul connection, we are better able to listen and notice and distinguish. So we are working on all of that here on our mats, whether you necessarily realized it or not. But I am so grateful you are all here. I will see you back on your mat for your next practice.